Hey guys, and today we'll be reacting to a true story animation where my mom is a cannibal. And a cannibal is actually a person who eats a person. So it's basically like a monster or someone eating like a human, which is gross. So let's just start reacting.
Hi, my name is Katie, and my mom is
Hey Katie.
a cannibal. I know it sounds crazy, and I wish I was making it all up. It would make my life a lot easier. Unfortunately, it's true. Mom actually eats other human beings, and even admitted it to me a few weeks ago. I'm freaking out and don't know what to...
Wait, you're still living with your mom? And you know who you're... If one of my family members is a cannibal, I'm out of the door.
do about it. I should call the police and tell on her, but I'm scared to lose her and ruin my
Girl, call the police. She might eat you.
family. I have two small brothers who love my mom so much, and my dad doesn't suspect a thing. Can I really tear my family apart? My mom has always been a bit weird. She's a nice woman and she's been a really good mother, but she's not exactly a normal person. Dad thinks her quirks are adorable, and I was too used to them to notice until I started high school. That was when my classmates began making remarks about my mom, how their parents talked about her and her fascination with certain subjects, and how intense she could seem when she was around them. My mom has always been fascinated with stories about cannibalism and murder. She watched documentaries online about it all the time, and you would be so freaked out if you saw her Netflix account. She also reads books about the subject. When I was growing up, she told me so many stories about these creepy cults in South America that ate human beings. She explained that once a year, they had these rituals in which they cooked the corpse of someone who had died recently. From time to time, though, if someone had betrayed or harmed a member of the cult, they would instead murder this person and eat them instead. They believed that this was the right thing to do, as it allowed the
Gross.
traitor to atone for their sins. It was a purification ritual for all involved, but a person died because of it. I was so scared whenever she told me about these stories. I would gasp and hide beneath my blankets as a little girl, but love being scared at the same time, so I listened to all the tales she had for me. When I asked her how did she know about these rituals, she told me she had read it in several of her books. Of course, I believed her. She's my mom. I didn't believe she had any reason to lie to me. There is something else creepy about my mom. Not only does she have a fascination with death, she actually makes a living because of it. She owns her own funeral home. Mom is in charge of running the whole place, but she also works putting makeup and preparing the corpses to be shown in funerals. There is a crematorium in the back of her funeral home, so they offer the whole service. My mother's business is really successful, so she has lots of clients constantly knocking on her door. That alone is not that creepy. After all, it's a perfectly decent job, and someone has to do it. But when you add up her fascination and obsession with death and cannibalism, it gets really weird. There's one last piece of creepiness that ties all of the rest of it together. Once a year, my mom travels to South America all alone. She never takes my dad, me, or my siblings with her. I'm not even sure what
Run.
country in particular she visits. Dad said it was Colombia, but my mom has always been really sketchy about the subject. Supposedly, Mom has good friends over there, and she goes to visit them yearly, but honestly, I'm not sure any longer. My friend's remarks about my mom sparked my doubts, and once I began thinking about it, I couldn't stop. I suspected that my mom visited Colombia or any other South American country to participate in the cult's ritual. So I began searching through the house, and in an old box hidden in my mom's personal closet, I made a super creepy discovery. There were pictures of my mom standing next to people dressed in strange black tunics. She was dressed in one herself, and right there, next to the pictures, was the dark tunic, neatly folded up. One night, I couldn't help myself any longer, and I asked my mom if she had ever actually eaten human meat. There was this really weird look on her face when she turned around to face me, and she asked me why I would think she did. I told her that she was always speaking about cannibalism and about the creepy South American cult, and I wanted to know if my suspicions were true. My mom actually admitted it was true. She had indeed eaten human flesh, but I couldn't get her to admit if she participated in any rituals or if she ate the meat in other circumstances. I told her it was wrong to eat humans, but she simply
Call the FBI!
shrugged it off as if it wasn't a big deal. Mom explained that meat was meat, and there was no difference between a pig, a cow, or a human being once they were dead. I asked if she had ever eaten parts of the bodies she prepared for the funeral. Mom looked at me with this creepy smile and stayed silent for a second or two. Then she denied it, telling me she would never do that to a customer's body. I didn't believe her at all. The smile she had given me was clearly her way of telling me the truth without admitting to any crimes. I really don't know what to do now. Mom's annual trip to South America is coming up, and I'm worried she'll help kill someone there. Sure, the cult might use a random corpse, but what if this year they want to help someone atone for their sins? Perhaps I'm blowing this out of proportion, and my mom really does just visit friends in South America. What if I break up my family for nothing? What if people stop taking their dead relatives to my mom's funeral home and we go bankrupt? I'm scared, and I don't know what to do. I don't want to get Mom in trouble, but I don't want anyone to get hurt either.
Get a psychologist.
What would you do? I really need some help deciding. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the other videos on the channel.
Ooh, bonus story.
Hi.
Okay, that's the end. I'm grossed out. I'm gonna. Okay, crazy story. Okay, guys, goodbye. I'm very speechless, very shocked. If you want me to react to more, well, I barely react because it's crazy. Don't eat humans unless you're a vampire. So, bye, guys.